This week, we highlight a vegetation fire in Moreno Valley and Lake Elsinore, and grab the kids because Robert Puppet pays Station 73 in Temecula a visit.
Stand by for reporting conditions.
Hi, and thanks for joining CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. I'm Alex Izagiri. Last week, from July 4th through July 10th, our firefighters responded to 3,843 calls for service. Included in those calls were 2,804 medical emergencies and 235 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 85 were vegetation fires and 16 were structure fires. Let's dive into a few highlighted incidents from the past week. On the afternoon of Monday, July 4th, firefighters were called to a vegetation fire at the corner of Schreer Drive and Lake Elsinore. The first arriving battalion chief reported half an acre of annual grass and palm trees burning uphill with a threat to nearby structures. In an effort to protect said structures, a large resource request was placed. The aggressive fire tactics taken kept the flames to 2.4 acres with only minor damage to one structure. Units remained on scene for 2 hours to mop up and reinforce control lines. On Tuesday, July 5th, firefighters responded to a vegetation fire off of East Graham Avenue in Lake Elsinore. The first arriving chief officer confirmed that about 1 acre was burning at a slow rate of spread up a hill, with a potential of up to 2 acres. All in all, the flames burned a total of 1.5 acres before the forward rate of spread was stopped. On Friday morning, firefighters received multiple reports of a vegetation fire at the Santa Ana River bottom near Limonite in Jurupa Valley. The first arriving chief officer reported a quarter-acre fire with a moderate rate of spread. Due to the location of the fire, resources had to take an alternative route via the Hidden Valley Wildlife Reserve. With assistance from CAL FIRE aircraft and ground resources, the fire was stopped just shy of 7 acres. Firefighters remained on scene for 24 hours to patrol and mop up. On the night of Sunday, July 10th, firefighters responded to a vegetation fire near the crossings of Shetland and Foxtrot Lane in Moreno Valley. The first arriving company officer reported a well-established 1-acre fire in grass and brush, moving at a moderate rate of spread. With difficult access to the flames and the threat to Lake Paris State Park, additional resources were requested, including fire engines and hand crews. The fire's forward rate of spread was stopped at 20 acres. Crews remained on scene into the day, strengthening containment lines and overhauling the area. No civilians or firefighter injuries were reported.
I got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
Now let's join our partners at the American Red Cross and Pedro the Penguin as they put the importance of wildfire safety into song.
Hey neighbor, what's a wildfire?
Well, a wildfire's a fire that burns out of control. It can burn in the wild, it can burn near your home. Most are caused by careless people, and that's a sad truth. A wildfire could burn almost anyone's roof. A wildfire can spread wide when it's windy, hot and dry. Let's protect what's at heart and prevent a first spark by doing our part. When it's hot and dry and windy, that's when wildfires start. But a fire can't ignite without a spark. Let's put out flames fully so they cannot hide. Avoid burning leaves, wasting things outside. A wildfire can spread wide when it's windy, hot and dry. Let's protect what we've got to prevent a first spark. A little bit does a lot.
We gotta teach our grown-ups when it's safe to burn and make a big change with little things that we learn. A wildfire takes just a spark.
So let's all do our part.
We'd like to highlight the strong work of our CAL FIRE peace officers, who were out in force July 4th holiday weekend. From July 1st through July 5th, 6 citations were issued, 16 arrests were made, and over 5,000 pounds of dangerous fireworks were seized. The majority of the fireworks seized occurred on July 2nd when peace officers conducted a buy-bust operation and arrested 2 individuals for misdemeanor possession and sales of fireworks. Upon further investigation and with the help of out-of-county agencies, CAL FIRE peace officers seized about 4,400 pounds of dangerous fireworks that day. As a reminder to residents, Riverside County has zero tolerance for use and sales of dangerous fireworks. You light it, we'll ride it.
My name is Benjamin Berman. I'm the Chief Helicopter Pilot and Helicopter Program Manager for CAL FIRE, and this is Did You Know? We have a standardized curriculum that we are prescribing for the HEMT MVG transition. It starts out with 8 hours of academic training for the qualified flight crew and the pilots. It's all FAA based, so we have to meet the FAA standards for the ground school. After the 8 hours of ground training, we go into we went into a night flight last night for MVG introduction. Tonight we'll continue that introduction, followed by confined landing zones and more emergency procedures within the helicopter. And then tomorrow night we'll go into night fire suppression, hover fills, water drops, techniques, and use of the technology within the aircraft. And then we'll continue on with the pilot evaluations and front seat evaluations after that. It's very important for the residents because it provides us a lot more capability of continuing our operational period, making an impact on the fire beyond cutoff. You have a very limited field of view, but you have incredible acuity when you look through them. So you're able to see things that you normally can't see at night. It allows us to be able to actually operate at night in pretty dangerous environments.
We'd like to give a shout out to Division Chief John Crater and Engineer Brett Miner, who were interviewed by Robert Puppet and his friends at the Think Ahead Kids YouTube channel. The interview took place at Fire Station 73 in Temecula, where Chief Crater was asked insightful questions about his duties as a division chief, and Engineer Miner gave a tour of the station's new ladder truck. Grab the kids and click the link in the description to watch the full video.
In closing this week's report on conditions, we'll share with you some photos of our firefighters who gathered to remember fire apparatus engineer Christopher Douglas, who was killed in the line of duty on July 5th, 2013.